Let's talk about books, Shorty. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Hey, welcome back to Jason, Shelley. Jessica and Jody will be joining shortly. But I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys the results from our question this week. Our question is, do you love the drama on Real Housewives? Yes, I love it. Was Tammy Terrace. She loves it. She thinks it's hilarious. Um, three people voted on no, thank you, bring back the silliness, and that was shockingly me, Jody, and Jessica because we love the silliness. And then five of you guys said you've never even watched The Real Housewives ever. That was Robert and Kelly Kroll, Mindy, Bailey, our own Pamela Walsh, and Orion Ramirez. We really appreciate it. We have a really good question for you guys, and we can't wait for you guys to answer it this week. And we really appreciate y'all engaging with us and answering those questions. Uh, before Jessica and them get on, I want to tell you guys everything I've been consuming because I love to read so much. um, this week I read Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey, and it is a rom-com and timely because the holidays are around the corner. Wreck the Halls, I'm hoping it becomes a movie. It was really, really cute, and I recommend it. And I started Friends Request by Laura Marshall, and um, timely and relevant with, you get those random invites to become friends. And I think that's interesting. Um, we also just consumed a lot of hiking and exploring East Texas this last weekend and had such a great adventure. I posted a lot on TikTok to share with you guys, so check it out. Lots of fun was had, and we love the state parks and the national parks and love to go out and explore that. I also stopped by Miranda Lambert's Pink Pistol. It's in the town she grew up in called Lindale, and super cute and fun. Our favorite state park out there in East Texas, we tried to hit all of them, and of course we have a soft place for Caddo Lake, but is Dangerfield, if you've, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Dangerfield is out in East Texas, and it feels a lot like Colorado when you're out there. Especially this weekend, it was cooler. They have a huge swimming lake, and it just feels like summer camp. I'm just in love with that area. And then that little Jefferson, the town of Jefferson is so beautiful, and they have my beloved Carnegie libraries that I'm a tad obsessed with. I put all that on TikTok for you guys. Also, I am consuming a show called Boots, which is filmed in the 90s and during the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but a young man going through boot camp with the Marine Corps, which hits home, pretty aggressively with me, as our dad was a drill sergeant in the Marine Corps. And, some of the sayings is definitely um, has some flashbacks. So just, wanted to jump on. Jessica's in the house.
Yeah.
Jessica,
Hello. Hello.
how was your weekend?
Good. We got a lot of hanging out with Issa this weekend. She's normally out and about with a friend or doing something, and she was home all weekend, so that was really nice. We spent a lot of time watching movies.
Nice.
And we cleaned the garage together, and then her and I had our NCL tea. It was our last one.
Oh, tell people
So
about NCL.
NCL is a national charity league, mother-daughter charity league. And I always find this kind of funny, but the moms are called patronesses, but the daughters are called TikTokers. So, and it dates back like early 1918, I think. It's kind of shortly after World War II they started. So it's been around for a very long time. Um, yeah, and it has three pillars: philanthropy,
Okay.
leadership. There's the other one, and
Hilarious.
culture, and culture.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
Lovely.
yeah.
How
So,
how long have y'all been a part of it?
Issa and I joined. You can join as early as seventh grade, but we kind of had that COVID year, so we didn't join until we were eighth grade. So this is our fifth T. So typically, most people are in it for 6 years.
Okay.
And tell me what a typical year looks like for NCL.
So they have to have at least 25 service hours. So there's Mother's Milk Bank. We have, for a long time, a place that Issa and I volunteered a lot at is Paws. But now we've moved over to Austin Pets Alive. Paws is way out in Dripping Springs or way out in Kyle. So they were able to finally get in with Austin Pets Alive. So and we do CC for Kids. It's a organization of kids who are who are terminally ill or in the hospital. They do cards and bracelets for them. Project Linus is another place that makes like handmade blankets. Did I say Mother's Milk Bank?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Capital Food Bank. We work with them too. So many different organizations. Keep Austin Beautiful is another organization. So there's different locations in the community that you can go and clean up on the weekends. Brush Country Nursing Home. They do a lot of like play bingo and paint the ladies' nails in the nursing home. They always love that.
Sweet.
Yeah, they just added a new one that Issa and I really want to do is a reading to them.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
yeah, we're excited about that. We're going to sign up for that one. That one's a new activity you can do there. So, yeah, 25 hours of philanthropy. The TikTokers get together. They have 6 meetings at least a year. There's more meetings than you're where you work on leadership skills. Same with patronesses. And then you have a certain amount of, everybody has to have a leadership position. So like Issa's is secretary of her class this year.
Oh.
And mine was hosting a mini meeting. So I hosted a really cool book exchange at my house a few weeks ago.
Gosh, you're so busy.
You are. I love the National Charity League. I've had them come in and volunteer. May I add, my favorite job prior to podcasting was the CAS coordinator with the IB program, and CAS is Creative Active Service. That's what the CAS stand for. Mm-hmm. And they are required in the IB program to, complete X number of service hours. And then they have to journal about their experience. And that journaling part is so powerful that they have to reflect on how it made them feel to be in that volunteer opportunity, what they learned, if they learned anything. And I had the great pleasure of helping them figure out their volunteer hours and then reading their journal entries. And I mean, sometimes I was just moved to tears that these young people are having these experiences and they're getting it. They're getting the value of the volunteering and the service. It just blew my mind. It was I loved it so much, and getting out and being with them on their volunteer experiences. Do y'all have a journaling part of?
We don't, but that was one I was going to tell you. That was one of the most powerful parts of the tea yesterday. Every year, a couple of girls from each class represent by giving a speech of what NCL means to them. And the speeches this year, man, talk about a renewed faith in our future. The girls just blew me away, because typically sometimes they can be very similar, like, but everyone that came in, we started the class of 2031 all the way to 2026, and every girl's had something so profound to speak. And Shout out to Avery Lloyd, who was our 2026 speaker. She's a friend of Issa's. She was so eloquent in her speech. And she said, it is, if you are able to, it is such a privilege to get to volunteer in your community. And for someone so young to see it that way was just, so amazing. But yeah, we get to kind of, oh my, I'm tearing up.
I know, me too. Me too. It really is a privilege, and it is a beautiful opportunity for young people and old, but young people to try different things out and experience different things. During the IB program, people were like, I'm going into medicine. I'm gonna be an electric engineer, what have you. After their volunteer experiences, they're like, I'm going to Greenpeace. I'm going to work in nursing homes. And they just changed I'm going to become a teacher. And, it was like, it changed their lives. And it's just a beautiful opportunity. And so many churches and communities and different cultures do something similar, in their lifespan, like, LDS and stuff like that, them going out on their mission trips and stuff like that. I think it's so valuable, so important. And I bravo you and, seeing the value in it and making sure it was a priority in your family.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
They're starting a men's service league. They have one in Westlake.
They do.
But they're trying to start one here in Southwest Austin. There's some moms at Guriski Middle School that are kind of trying to put it together. And so I don't know if Mateo so far sees it. He's done a few volunteer things with us, and I think he enjoys it when he does it with us. But we're going to try to be joining up with that organization for him. The boys start as freshmen. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Such givers.
Such givers. Seriously. And Jessica, I was going to text you, but I'm going to just say it. And any of those young ladies, I would love to interview them and, before they head off to college or start their next journey, and for them to share their experience. I think that's so powerful.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll reach out, especially I'm sure Avery, she's always good. And Issa, they could do a little joint thing
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have any decisions been made in your household?
No. We're still waiting for a few. I think the biggest one is that she did just find out she got into Chicago Loyola, which is one of her top choices. And she got a pretty good merit scholarship there. So she's really excited about that. We were looking all over the website yesterday. Just, she was showing the building where the nursing school is. And so she's super excited about that now that she knows that no matter what, she has a choice that she is very excited about. So
I think that is when they really start feeling the realness of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the pressure goes, okay, I have a place I can go that I like. So
yes,
I remember that feeling for the girls and just the, Harry, they just were like, okay, well, at least that part's done. I can have to fall back if I need to.
Yes. Yeah.
These Tias are down for Chicago.
Yeah.
We're down for it. I love Chicago.
I love Chicago too.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Not a bad fallback. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that we got invited, but we're inviting ourselves.
Always.
And then we weren't invited to be Tias, but we're choosing it. Well, I already shared my books and consumables. So you guys, Jessica, what have you been consuming?
I started reading The Wedding People, which is, have you read it? Okay. It took me a bit. I was telling Eddie, I said I was really hoping to have this book finished by today, but it was kind of slow until the twist. I won't give the twist away.
Okay.
But now it's kind of picking up. So yesterday I was like, okay, I can't put it down. So I haven't finished it. So I'll tell you more about it, next time. But yeah, and we watched, like I said, we watched a lot of movies as a family. We had some a new surround system put in our living room. So the first movie I wanted to watch was the new Jurassic Park, because I just love like the soundtrack on that. So what a way to test out some surround sound, right?
Was it good? Was it
Yes, it was really, really good. So and Eddie was in obviously he was in the UT marching band, but he was also band director in high school. So we were laughing because you would just see him like start like directing music.
That's so cute.
And so yeah, we're really into the soundtrack. So and then Eddie, East, and I watched Crazy Rich Asians. We've already seen that before, but if you read the books
Yes.
are really good.
Yeah.
And so we were just kind of rewatching it because I kind of heard that maybe they were going to start filming the second movie. It's been a long time since the first one came out, but it's apparently in the works, but there's a lot of like casting issues, I guess maybe some of the returning people. But they mentioned that Max is shooting a TV version of it. So maybe we'll see that very soon. And then we ended last night with watching The Kingsman Golden Circle. That's the second, if you've ever watched The Kingsman.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the suits and the British,
Yes.
accents and stuff in it, but it can be kind of gory.
Oh yeah. Kind of.
Yeah. They put a couple of people in a meat grinder yesterday. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah. And then that's pretty much like all I consumed this weekend.
Well, that's a lot of consuming. We had
a nice relaxing weekend too.
We didn't really watch football this weekend.
Well, we had
because of ESPN.
I know. Yeah. Well, yeah, that too. But the Saints won yesterday, so
woohoo! Go Saints!
Who dat?
Is that their first win of the season?
The second, Shelly. It's the second.
Are they going to bring back the paper bag?
Yeah, for sure. To be the Aints.
The Aints. John and I went to a game where there were some people donning their Saints.
I was one there with my grandfather through his 25 years of season ticket holder.
Well, I finally read The Mountain Is Me, and by no surprise, I'm the problem. I'm in my own way. I'm the Everest. Yeah. I wasn't surprised. I've been hearing it for years. Between Shelley reading self-help books for me and my kids telling me okay.
That's a good one.
I guess I should probably start reading these. And then I found myself going, blah, blah, blah. I get it. That's
how I am with self-help books sometimes. I read like through the first half and I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't feel like I need to read the rest of it. I got the gist.
I get the gist.
So the second to finish them.
The second half of a self-help book is where they give you the tools to help you implement the work. You're like done.
Well, Shelley loves to like speak in self-help book terms to me all the time, and she'll pose questions that are pointed, and I'm like, okay, I know.
The self-reflection part for us is the Everest we can't get past.
Right. It's like when I should be eating this, I should be doing this much exercise, and you're blah blah. I'm gonna sit on my couch and watch Housewives of whatever instead.
And you're like, I'm not a mountain at all. Look at these ladies.
No, I get it. It's a good reminder to like work on yourself and try to, get over and work through some of the issues that have been holding you back for sure. I was like, okay, I get it. I know.
Well, and the point is to get everybody to the second mountain. Sorry, the second mountain, which is peace, and you're relaxed and you're not stressed, and that is the goal. And what we've in our interviews this week, we noticed so many young people at 25, 26 are already on that second mountain.
Man,
that makes me. It makes me so hopeful. Is there a third mountain? What's the third mountain? I mean, what's gonna if they're already there? What are they gonna do with that? It's so impressive.
I think it's the Buddhist principles of life.
It
getting to that peaceful space. I am not there. I live in chaos most of the time. But I'm working on it. We'll say that. And sometimes I like my little bit of chaos. I get a little bored when it's too peaceful. Like I'm gonna have to mix this up like a snow globe. See where it all settles. I've also been watching that Housewives Swap, and wow, I'm gonna say Emily looked real lazy.
Yeah. I Resonated with the Angie.
I loved Angie. She was so open to it. So Angie's Real Housewives, she went to an off the grid family compound where they made their own food. They didn't have running water. She had to clean out their toilet basins.
That was gross.
That was so gross. But she came in with, oh gosh, look how these people live. And then in the end, she had a real just love for how their family was so connected and so just she said, you're getting it right. Your riches fall with your family. And I was like, oh my gosh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought hers was the best for sure. She seemed to get the lessons.
Yes. Yeah. And so did the other family members, like her husband and her daughter. I remember when she first came on to Real Housewives of OC, people kind of gave her the side eye because they co-slept still. And her daughter was like 10, I think, whenever and so people were kind of giving her a hard time. And I guess it seemed like now she's having a hard time because the daughter's gotten older and is pulling away. And so I really related to that, as my daughter's, about to leave the coop and she's pulling away and doesn't need me as much or doesn't want me around as much. But then realizing, maybe it's time for that. But maybe the daughter came back and realized maybe she does need to include her mom in more things and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. I will tell you, I have not watched Wendy's yet. I'm holding off on it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that one yet. I watched just the first 3.
Yeah, I watched Melissa's.
Yeah.
She just really leaning in on the sprinkle cookies. I'm like, that was 12 years ago.
And they were all vegans. It was so funny.
That is her bit. She has kept that going the whole time.
I'm going to hold this grudge with my sister-in-law and not let it go. But I did feel bad for her because they were a messy family. And I think that would be hard for me to walk into, if it was over.
Yeah, that would have bothered me too. But it was crazy at the end. The whole house I was like, did she do that or did production help her clean the house up? Because it was
I bet
pretty
she
messy.
Doing it.
Wow. It was pretty messy.
Very
the kitchen.
Yes.
I have to have a clean kitchen, wipe my counters down at night. And they were like, just leave all the dirty dishes and the food. They're like, no, you just leave it like this. And I'm like, what?
But why?
It was like, why not clean it now versus cleaning it tomorrow? It's got to be cleaned. It was so
gosh. You're like, I want roaches. I want roaches.
Well, it's funny because they had this very clean, food intake, and they vegan. So the internal part of their body was super clean, and but their external living situation was so gross. I'm like, and you knew
Yeah.
cameras and people were coming, and you were like, this is good. We're good with this.
It's
Get
kind of
over
a balance between they were big about doing everything together as a family.
Yes.
And so kind of the chaos of that, of always like trying to do everything together, that they weren't really like paying attention to. They were like, well, we're just living and we're having fun, so we don't really care, if it's a mess here, as long as we're spending time together, which there's something to say about that. You maybe find a balance in between, like, let's clean the house together.
Yeah. Well, because then you're teaching life skills. Everybody pitch in. This is our communal space. Let's take care of it.
Yes.
But there's also value in teaching, utilize your resources and separate and conquer. Like, you do this, you do this, you do this. There is a balance. That's like, we make fun of like some of our friends who they both go to the grocery store together. And I'm like, no. There's a job. Come on.
So I don't love doing that.
I know. I just can't comprehend it.
No, I hate going to the grocery store, so we're definitely not going together.
Yeah, that is not good use of time. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm shout out to Walmart delivery.
Oh my gosh, you have to see the outfit all these clothes Jody's buying from Walmart. They
have the cutest little sweatshirts there.
They have been really stepping up their clothing game and their home decor game.
Yeah, they're trying to compete.
Target.
It's good. They need to. There needs to be some good competition there, because
okay, we have to talk about I haven't deep dove it, but it's something I'm passionate about, and I know y'all have. Emily from Real Housewives of Orange County came out into the community and shared that her son has pandas.
Yes.
And so thank you, Emily, for spreading the word. That is, something that happens in our autism community, and it does not get enough press. And so we have experienced one of Coulter's friends going through Pants and Pandas, and Kim Stockenboyer discusses it a lot on their podcast.
Sure.
Please go listen and please learn about it. It is frightening. It is a frightening experience, and families that are going through it, it is hard. And just watching Jake experience it was absolutely shocking.
Yeah, it's tough. But I love that more is being revealed about it, and the mysteries are becoming, less mysterious, and doctors are starting to understand, people have been struggling with this for a while. So those of you that don't know, it's an autoimmune disease that affects the brain through strep. After people get strep throat, it can filter into their brain, and then they can have flare-ups, and extreme stresses can trigger these flare-ups, as well as if they get sick in their daily life, then a flare-up can happen. And some of the pans and pandas can result in aggression from the person suffering from pans and pandas or pandas. And but the more I'm learning, I'm just like, wow, this is so vital that we learn this, and that pediatricians are trained in
for it. Yeah.
I need to ask Cameron what she knows about it, what she's finding out, because I'm curious to know what the new research is showing, for sure. But I do love when people use their platform to share information in a positive way, because then that just opens the door. Her son did have surgery on his brain to release some of the swelling from the infection. So hopefully everything's okay. And but I did see a new podcast. I'm going to deep dive it about pans and pandas. It's out. So I think the more information we get, the better. And so to our friends that are going through that with their children, lean in. I know that Kim has been a great support to people looking into these new diagnoses. And wow, what a long journey. What a long
Yeah.
journey.
A
So
long, painful journey. And just want to shout out, sending so much love to the Catalano family. Matt
yes.
is in hospice, and
Mhm.
you know,
We're praying and
we're praying.
we're thinking of all of you very much. And if you haven't listened to the Matt Catalano interview, please do. And if you would like
Beautiful.
to,
Yeah, it was
it's a
beautiful.
beautiful
Beautiful.
story.
Yeah.
Very moving. On a lighter note, of course, we are going to be doing a little happy hour soon and a birthday party for the podcast. So be on the lookout for our invites. And we hope all of you will come and join us. And it's going to be super fun. So I'm doing a happy hour at my place. Shelly's doing a brunch at her place on different days. And so if you can't make it to one, go to the other. If you can make it to both, awesome. So we'd love to see you. So look for our invites. And if you haven't gone into the community connectors on Facebook, please do for our adjacent connectors, because there's always funny polls and different highlights. Shelly's been traveling and doing fun stuff, and I'm about to go to my job.
So, I didn't know that there's an Adore in Lakeway.
Yeah.
There's one in Lakeway and Bee Caves.
Okay. I
And they
saw it.
carry different things.
Oh, I was wondering about
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
They don't have all the same. Sometimes they have some similar things, but sometimes they have, you kind of want to go into all of them and just see what they're carrying. But I'm always trying to see if we could beat the other ones with ourselves.
Make it exciting.
I got to have a little something. Jessica, we love you so much.
We love you.
I'm going to Colorado, but when are we hanging soon?
Yeah, I don't know. When do you leave for Colorado?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
But well, we'll hit you up, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Tomorrow before I go. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for
All right.
sorry for my late entry.
We love you. Have a great
Love
week,
you too.
everybody.
Texas.
Yeehaw.